Alright. What's up, everybody? Bad Gamer Elite. I am doing some streaming from my hotel room. And I'm hoping this is coming through. I am doing some streaming, and I thought, I gotta stream tonight. It's my stream day, Thursday. I'm supposed to be doing stuff on the PS4. What's up? What's up, Miz? How you doing, Bubba? So I thought I might get in here and just do a little bit of editing, because that's what I can. That's what I can do. I don't have a console with me. This is a janky setup. I brought my mic. I brought my phone. I'm hoping my phone doesn't run out of juice. Hold on, we'll check to see. Do I have any power? You know what? If it cuts out, it cuts out. But I thought that maybe I would. And is the sound okay, by the way? I'm assuming so. Like I said, this is real janky. I broke your phone? How did I break your phone, Steve? What's up, baby? Sound is great. All right, you catching a little bit of that background music? Seriously. How? But I need to know, how did I break your phone, Steve? I sent you some pics on PS4 message if you want to use those. All right. Well, you know what? I've got all of these. I got some Horizon Zero Dawn, some Warframe, Uncharted, Infinite Second Son, The Last of Us, Assassin's Creed Origins, Order 1886, Halo 5, Final Fantasy 15, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Lego Dimensions, Bound, Witcher 3, Shadow Warrior, Disney Infinity, Halo Reach, Overwatch, Lineage 2. So I've got a bunch of stuff. It sounded like the right thing to say at the time. Oh my goodness. Krellin, you're a riot. You need to be in my streams more, man. I'm just saying. So some Arkham Knight, some Destiny 2. That was for Bubba. Destiny 2. Some Paladin, Skyrim. So where do you guys want me to start? Let's see. Steve, I'm just saying, I'm going to call you sometime just to sit and chat. It's going to be in the middle of your workday. Heck, I might do it tomorrow because I'm at a conference in Iowa and nothing's happening right away. So I might just call and bug you tomorrow. So where do you guys want me to start? So yeah, you guys get to pick. What, where am I going? What am I editing first? Liar. You want me to start in the lair? Oh, I'm a liar. I'm calling you tomorrow. Let's see here. Maybe I will start with a little bit of Halo 5. Actually, let's turn the brightness up here. When are we going to bet? Arkham? Alright. Arkham Asylum. Or Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight, there we go. Alright, when are we going to do Battlefront? I'm not going to be home this Sunday, and I think that Heather's taken over this Sunday. Something different than I usually do. Alright. So here I've got some stuff. Most of these I have edited already, I think. This one I don't. So let's talk about this image and why I took it. I haven't really done too much with Arkham Asylum, or Arkham Knight, sorry. And I think I'm going to jump back into it. But you can see, here, I'm going to turn my brightness on my screen up a little bit here, that the shadows are it's hard to see in the shadows. So I tend to like to do a little bit of stuff with the lighting first. And what I'm working with is in Adobe Lightroom and Lightroom Mobile. This is all done from my phone. All right. So, and I'm trying to keep it down because Creative Bacon is sleeping over there. Bad Gamer Jr. is down by the pool with Anti Gamer, and my other daughter, who's what name did we give her? Disney Picks Chick. We gave her a name the other day. It wasn't Not So Much Gamer. It was something. Not a gamer. I think that's what it was. I think we gave her Not a Gamer. So let's do so like I said, the first thing I want to start with is I start with the lighting. All right. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this because of the chat and myself are there. But what I like to do, you have your exposure, your contrast, your highlights, your shadows, your whites, and your blacks. The first thing I'm going to work with, and I always look at the histogram, and the histogram is that set of mountains over there. You see the colors and then the white. I usually try to concentrate on the white, all right, because that's your lighting. That's your light. The colors will come into play in just a sec, all right. So the main thing we want to work with is the highlights and the shadows. That's the consistent. All right, it's the first consistent thing. So I'm going in here, and I'm going to go to my highlights, and believe it or not, I'm not bringing them up. I'm bringing them down. Now, this all goes into personal preference, but I bring them down about 75. All right. So that's what it was. That's what it is now. Was, is now. Was, is now. All right. Then I'm going to take my shadows, and I'm going to bring my shadows up. All right. All right. So now we've got a little bit more detail in those shadows. All right. So before, after. Before, after. Here, let's close this up a little bit so you can see a little bit more. Before, after. Before, after. And you get a little bit more detail in those shadows. All right. Now, again, this is me personally. Now I can see the Batman symbol. All right. But still not quite right. So I'm going to go back into my lighting. And I'm going to take... actually, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm not going to go whites yet. I'm going to go to contrast. And I personally, and this is not scientific in any way, I bring my contrast up until one of the ends touches the sides. So it's on all the way to the left there, it touched the side. Then I'm going to take my whites and I'm going to see just when I see there's some information all the way at the other end. There's my whites. All right. So for those of you who saw it before, you're like, oh, that's not a bad picture. There's your before. There's your after. Before, after. Before, after. So you can see so far there's even more detail there. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring people into these games, tell a story in one frame, right? So before, after. And this is it. I dig the magic that happens, man. This is so cool. I love it. So if I look at the left side of my histogram, that's my blacks. Like all the way to the left is going to be my blacks. All the way to my right is going to be the whites. So my blacks are pretty good. I might actually bring those to be just a smidge brighter. Just a smidge. All right? And exposure is my mid-tone. And I'm going to pull it right about there. All right? Are you following me? Am I going too fast? If you got questions, type them out, guys. So there you go. Hold on here. Something different I usually do. If the chat isn't working right, hold on. I'm gonna pull up my. There we go. Oh, that's that's not gonna work. I didn't connect to the Wi-Fi, the hotel Wi-Fi on my iPad. Here, let me do this. Oh, you're good. Keep going. Okay, good. All right, I just wanted to make sure that we were okay. All right, so then the next thing you can do, some people might go into color. I'm not the guy that'll go directly into color. All right, I like to go into a little bit more of the effects. Now, these are not effects. If you're on hotel Wi-Fi, you better be on a VPN. No, I wish, buddy. I wish. I'm paying the high speed one just so I can stream for you guys. All right. So then I work with clarity and detail. Now, there are a lot of people that love, they boost the clarity. They'll take this and they'll go all the way, oh, it needs to be the clearest it can be. That just messes with the color. I am not that guy. I do not boost it all the way up. Look at that. Ugh. So we're going to take that back down. And clarity only gets a little bit more like a 10% from me. The dehaze goes to that 15, maybe 16. Your sacrifice was worth it. Oh, thanks, Bubba. So then here's the one that a lot of people that I talk to they're not happy about. They don't do this. They prefer not to touch the vignette. I love a vignette, and I bring the vignette down right about to 15. All right, so it's not a lot. Okay. Now this is where I get into color. All right. Just cause it came to me one day. It came to me one day, man. That's why. All right. So we're gonna take the vibrance. Now, the difference between vibrance and saturation is saturation will make things look just like nutty. Like I'm gonna pull that saturation way up. I am not a fan. Saturation gets minimal from me. It's the vibrance that I like. Okay? So, there we go. Before, after. Before, after. If you look at the detail in the clouds there, you get more detail in the clouds. You can see the city. Yeah. Disney picks chick is sis because she treats me like she's my little sister. Ugh. Stay hydrated, don't die. All right. So before, after. All right. Let's do another one. Anybody have any? If you see a game you want me to work on, we can do another one. Horizon Zero Dawn, Warframe, Uncharted, Infamous Second Son, sorry. Final Fantasy. I'll wait for you guys to catch up. First one through gets to choose. Overwatch. All right, I've got 21 picks in Overwatch. Let's see here. We'll do one that Cindy actually helped me out with. Let's see if I can get this to come up. All right. There we go. Did I do anything with this one yet? No, I did not. It's still loading, so give me just a sec here, guys. All right. So this one is actually one that Cindy helped me out with. Come on. Still loading up. She actually, and in Overwatch, what you have to do... Oh, come on, man. Alright, maybe it'll come up now. There we go. Okay, so I actually did... Oops, nope. Here, I'll put it back to original. Oops, not that. There we go. Back to the import. So this is what you start off with in Overwatch. You've got all the information up top, right? So first thing we're going to have to do is Overwatch is a two-person gametography thing. Alright? Because it's a first-person view shooter. Alright? So you have to have a model. So Disney Pix Chick was actually my model. Here. We're going to set this back. Set everything back to the original. Alright, there we go. Alright. So everything's back to the original. We're going to take this, and the first thing we're going to do, we're going to keep it in the 16:9 ratio. Alright? 16:9. Now, if you ever want to do vertical, and this is something I learned from a photographer, his name is Peter McKinnon. If you ever want to do verticals for Instagram, you crop actually at the vertical 4x5. Vertical 4x5, and you get a nice full image for Instagram. But we are not doing that. We're doing 16:9. Okay, and that's the original. So we want to kill all of the information that's up here. So we don't need any of that. Alright, so then we can reframe. Pull that down, pull that down. And I don't mind the name of the gamer that I'm taking the shot of to be in there. So there we go. Alright, cropped. That's the first step, because we really need to see the histogram based on what's in the frame. Not everything, just what we're keeping. Alright. Now looking at that histogram, we see that the highlights are all, like the whites are all the way to the right, and the shadows, they're pretty high on the left. Sorry, the blacks are pretty high on the left. So first thing we're gonna do, again, highlights. I'm gonna bring those kind of 3/4 of the way down. And shadows, I'm bringing 3/4 of the way up. Now, they might not all stay that way, but that's, again, where I bring it. And then I bring my contrast to one of them touches the sides, and I knew it. I knew that it was going to be the whites that were going to touch the side. So then the next thing I do, bring my blacks down. And then I might bring that exposure down just a little. Not that much. There it is. Okay. So, before, after. Before, after. Before, after. All right? So, we're not done yet, of course, because we didn't touch anything with color or effects. Okay? Now, all of these are to get my base image. Now, if I'm going to do any other special effects or blah, 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 I'm going to do that in something else. But this is all to get my base image. So, I'm going to bring this clarity up a little bit. The dehaze up a little bit more than that. My vignette right there. My color. Go with vibrance again. The saturation. Okay. So, here's my before, my after. My before, my after. Alright? So, and for some people that might be a little too contrasty, you could always bring that, bring that contrast down a little bit. I like it a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of dig it. So, there you go. Now, what I dig about Lightroom is that you can, and Lightroom Mobile, you can still play around even more. So I'm going to go back to this effects, go with my split tone. I can make my highlights, take my whatever's in the highlights. Let's bring that to the blues, and my shadows are going to be more of the orangey. Let's balance that out just a little bit. So that just gives a little bit more of that, kind of a little bit more of a, just made Overwatch look dull in its natural colors. I know, Overwatch is like Pixar makes a Death Squad. And you know those Pixar colors. So straight out of the game after we're done. So playing around a little bit. Now, there are, if you are not the type of person that is like, oh well, I wanna do everything, I wanna do everything myself. If you're not that person, you can actually see if I remember how to. No. In Lightroom, and I don't do this much, so you have to forgive me if I don't remember how to do it. Yeah, edit. All right, there we go. Oh, some more stuff that we did in Lightroom. In Overwatch. This is one that's edited. I edited it already. That was before. After we're done. Before. After we're done. So, and then this one, I didn't do too much with this one. And these are all Cindy modeling for me, by the way. We'll wait for that. Alright, there it is. So, a little before, a little after. I didn't do too much with some of these. There's another. How are you not working at a video game company doing marketing and or character rendering? I don't know, man. I don't know. So, oh, here's one that we did. Thanks, man. Mad skills. Well, if you got people, you let people know. All right, that I'm out here doing the hustle. All right. So, This is that was oh yeah, actually we did that. Yeah, we did that during the Gametography show. By the way, guys, make sure you tune in on Saturday. Cindy, if you know what time, hit us up with what time. But Cindy is going to be leading the show because, again, like I said, I'm at this conference this weekend. I'm going to have you guys walk me through one. All right. Let's do some Halo Reach. This is me and Junior. We love popping grunts in the head. This one was edited. So before, after. So not a whole lot done, but you can still tell the difference. Alright. So, 6 p.m. Central. Alright. So 6 p.m. Central. Make sure you join in. Cindy's leading up the show this weekend. So let's have you guys walk me through how I should edit this one. Alright. What is the first thing, just in my process that we talked about, that I should look at? And I'll wait. By the way, this is Halo Reach. One of my favorite games. I love playing this with Junior. We play, like I said, we play the Gruntpocalypse missions. Where we're just, it's hordes and hordes of grunts just coming in, and we make their heads explode. It's pretty awesome. Alright. So, nobody's jumping in? Where's that dark rewind button? Alright. So, hold on. So, you've got lighting, color, effects, details. Which one am I going to do first? Oh, by the way, I do remember here. These are all the special effects. So if you don't want to do it all yourself, you can just pop through and do all kinds of special effects, creative. You can do all this. I am not a big fan of this because I like to do all kinds of just my own stuff. So we're just going to go back to here. To open. There we go. All right. All right. So what are we doing first? Lighting. All right. Disney Pix Chick, help me out. What am I going to do? We're doing lighting. What's the first thing? And again, this is not the say all do all. Starting with exposure. All right. So, if I start with exposure, which way am I going to go? Lighter or darker? Again, like I always say, this is really up to the artists themselves, because right now we're going to edit the way that Cindy will edit. Am I going to go lighter or darker with this? I do dig this music. I just found this music on on YouTube. So let's play it in my background. Lighter. All right, so we're gonna pull it up. I know there's a delay, so I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna stop at 50, and you tell me if I need to go up. Oh, sorry, 0.51. Let me know if I need to go higher or lower. Or keep it there. Up to you. You tell me. I'm gonna wait for it. It's an interactive stream. Waiting for you. All right. Okay. All right. So she's working on it, guys. She's like, This darn 30-second wait. Go to 1. All right, we're going to go to 1. Okay. All right. Going to 1. And see what that is, what that does. All right. What's next? We'll have somebody else choose. Bubba, what do you think? Ooh, running out of water. Got to fill that up. You know my motto: stay hydrated, don't die. that and I'm watching on my phone. Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing you gotta look out for, guys. There are some screens that are more accurate than others. I really enjoy working on a MacBook Pro screen if I'm going to be editing photos, or on my phone. Apple screens, just for me, personal opinion, tend to just be some of the most just accurate out of the box. Now, they're not 100%, but they're pretty darn good. All right. So I'm gonna take over here. So that first step, you're absolutely right. We do work with lighting. I'm probably gonna take this down just a little bit. I look specifically at the lights on the histogram. All right. So there's that little bump. I'm gonna bring this little bump to where its peak is right on that middle line. So I'll bring it back just a hair. All right. And then you'll notice that the blacks, I'm going to bring those down a little bit. Okay. And you could argue that would be good. Right? Me, I'd go for a little bit more contrast, just a little. All right, because you get more detail in the armor. Look at those shadows, though. The shadows that there's, if you go to the from the left, there's it goes up and then peak, down, peak, down, peak, down, peak. And so if you go up, peak, down, that second peak, I want those shadows to go on. I mean that peak to go on the line that's next to it. So I'm going to take those shadows. Teach you guys how to use the histogram. You can edit by histogram. Bring those shadows down. All right. So before the shadows, after the shadows, before the shadows, after the shadows. All right. So, and bring it back. See it right there. All right, because you want a little bit of shadow there. The highlights, I'm going to do the same thing. It's just a little high there. Bring it back. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. All right, so original, extra crispy. Original, extra crispy. All right. So there you go. So it's just a little bit, specifically because Halo it's a darker game. But you see, when we messed with those shadows, the blacks, they're kind of muddy. So we're gonna bring those blacks back. There you go. So, boop, 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 boop. All right. Then color. Nope. I'm not going to do color. Clarity. Bring that up just a little bit. Dehaze up just a little bit. Vignette down just a little bit. So much. Alright. Vibrance. up, saturation up, and there we go from boom to boom. Before, after. Before, after. Here, I'll let you guys see the whole thing there. Before, after. Before, after. So, yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't take too much. So there you go. And now we'll take this image and we'll go have some fun with it. I don't always do this. All right, but I'm going to show you guys a couple of things. We're going to share maximum available. And we're going to save that image. Alright. Now, what you're about to see, don't freak out. Alright. I got a lot of alerts. Alright. So, now I'm going into Snapseed. Alright, so we're going to open up. And I'm going to open my latest image. And there it is. And what I tend to do, I have, you can go in on Snapseed, and they have a ton of different stuff. Like, you could literally do a lot of the stuff that I just did in Snapseed. Alright? But, what I am going to do is go to text. And I'm going to choose whatever text I want it to be. There. Alright? So I can play around, double tap, blah, blah, blah. Lots of different options. Okay? But I'm going to go here. Double tap. Bad. Oops, hold on, forgot. No, we'll leave it. Bad gamer. Elite. Huge, right? I'm gonna shrink that down, and what I did was I squeezed it, and I go into here, the opacity. I bring the opacity pretty far down on this. All right. And there we go. Now I've got my watermark. Actually, I'm not going to do. So I go to export a JPEG. Okay. Now, here's another little tip that I do. All right. There's an app called Repix, and I don't use it often. Let me restate that. I do not use Repix often because Repix is very much about special effects. All right. So I don't do like I said, I don't do a whole lot with it. And Repix only lets you do in the vertical, so I'm sorry that we just we don't get the horizontal with this one. Sorry. But Repix will allow you to do some special effects. So I'm gonna zoom in, and I'm gonna do a couple of flares right there. And no, I'm not gonna do the bokeh there. Alright. So just a little bit of flares there. Alright. And if you zoom in or if you're out, the flares are bigger. We're not going to do that. Right? Big flares, we don't need big flares. That's why I go in, because we want it to look as natural as possible. Alright? And that's why I'll also use... I'll go here and I'll use the undoer to make it fade just a little bit. There we go. So you barely tell. Like, why would you do it anyway? If you just cause. All right. Some of the other things that I like to do here. You can go in here, do the daubs, and then go into the undoer. Make it a little bit more painterly. So, there you go. So it looks a little bit more like an art piece. Call that good. Save to the camera roll. I'll show you guys that one in the full. Come on. Come on. There we go. I took some selfies today. Here we go. Alright, so there you go. There's the full screen. And that's, again, some of the artsy stuff that you can do. I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want to see? You know, or any questions that you have based on what I'm doing? Matter of fact, I'm going to post this one right now. I actually am the admin on a few accounts. Alright, hold on. Somebody commented. Lady Snipe Shot was wondering about my mag. So let's see here. What do we say? Alright. Doing some live hashtag Gametography edits on my Mixer / YouTube / Twitch. Oh, okay. Right now. Come hang out. All right, everybody put in their your Instagram tags, cuz I will tag you right now in the picture. Let's see. I know Disney Pix Chick. No I. What am I doing? She hates vowels. Irish Steve. I don't know what you are anymore. Krellin. Gee whiz. Alright, I don't see you anymore. I'm tagging Sarah. Just because I can't find you anymore, man. Bad Gamer Elite. I don't need yours. Mizgo, what's yours, man? All right. I'll wait for that, and I'll keep doing my hashtags. Almost. All right, there you go. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Cause you don't come up in my feed much anymore, man. All right. I'm in Coralville. All right. On most. And then Halo. Reach. Oh, talk about the hashtags. Okay, yeah. So, the reason that you use hashtags when you're going in and you're posting your work is because there's certain people that are looking specifically for your work or your type of work. I do gametography, but I've been doing virtual photography lately, and then virtual photographer. Makes it easier for people to find things. But also the gametographers. All right. You know what? I haven't done one for a while. In this one, Society of Virtual Photographers. I haven't done one for them in a while. I'll tag them too. All right. So there we go. I'm going to share that. Oh my gosh. Horizon Zero Dawn. You're killing me with your stuff, man. Oh, that's beautiful. Lady Snipe Shot with her mag black and whites. Ah, she's killing me, man. Those are dope. Sonic photo. Ah, loving it. Oh, my friends at Funny Faces. Okay, let's get back. We will do some more editing here. All right. Any other requests as far as the games go? I just started. Yeah. So you guys get to play, man. I just started this game, Black Desert Online, and it has a photo mode. And I made a pretty accurate rendition of me. I mean, his arms are a little bit small, but I mean they're as close as I could get. And check out his eyes, yo. Check out those eyes. Bubba, you remember when I used to have purple contacts? Oh, man. Okay. Let's see here. We'll go into Until Dawn. So, the thing about Until Dawn is that Cindy. Until Dawn did not have a proper photo mode. And so it's really about capturing those snapshots at the right moment. Because it was more like capturing candids than setting up studio shots or having that shot. So let's start with this shot here. Okay, lots of things in here that we want to get rid of. Okay, so let's go with our crop, and we're gonna get rid of this nerd in the top. Get rid of that nerd and get rid of the back button. All right. And call that good. Let's play around with lighting, of course. See that? That's horrible. Bring that exposure up just a bit. Not too much though. Right about to there. Alright, we gotta bring that exposure back down to right about there. Bring those blacks up. Exposure down. Alright. To haze. Yes. And that's where that vignette comes into play. Bring that there. All right. So, this is where we went from here to here. Here to here. All right. So, again, it's all up to you what you would want to do. Oh my! Woo! I gotta plug in the computer, guys. Give me a second. It's about to go dead. Plug this in. Give me 1 sec, guys. Plugging it in. And the fam is back. Yes, it is warmer. The guy came in and fixed the heat. So, Bad Gamer Jr. is here.
Hey, we're at a hotel.
All right. So I'm just doing a little gametography tutorials and such.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I just came back from swimming. It was amazing. I lost my toy in there, though.
You lost your toy?
Yeah, I lost the toy in there.
Okay.
I'm just doing
Yeah.
This is great music.
All right. All right. So there's my aunt. Disney Pix Chick says hi, Junior. All right. So that's our Until Dawn. Lineage 2. I started playing a little bit of Lineage 2. And this is a mobile game, guys. Lineage 2 is gorgeous. And yes, that is the game that Conan O'Brien has been touting. Some of the cutscenes and such are gorgeous. So playing around with that. Oh man. So like that right there. This one right here. Love it, love it, love it.
Here's your pajamas.
Okay. Unfortunately, it was hard for me not to get stuff with text in it. So, there you go. And I met some cosplayers at TwitchCon that did some of this cosplay. So awesome. So, if you're looking for mobile games, you can get mobile games for your gametography as well to do that. let's see here. Shadow Warrior 2 is another game. It's weird though. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This thing has some weird stuff in it. But its photo mode is really, really cool. Here, let's do this one. So the other thing, like I said, if we want to do verticals, we've actually talked about this tip on the Gametography show that we do on Res TV. When you do verticals, you can rotate the screen, and it comes out like this, right? And then in Lightroom, you can rotate, rotate, rotate. Now, remember, if you're going to put this on Instagram, it's going to cut it. So you might as well crop it yourself to that 4x5. Nope. 4x5, and then frame it the way you want it before you do all your edits. All right.
I'm going on my bed.
So there we go. And we're going to do our highlights, shadows, contrast. There it is. Then we're going to do our... I'm going to do our clarity, our dehaze, vignette just a little bit. And then I'm going to go back to lighting, get my exposure up just a hair, my whites up just a hair, my blacks are fine. All right. And back up, man. Back up off me.
I don't see the guys.
You can't see them?
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
And then, so that's where we go.
They see me?
Yes, they can see you in your creeper pajamas. All right.
I'm gonna put
And so there is our before. There is our after. Before, after. Before, after. So there you go, guys. That has been our Gametography lesson. I know it's not our normal what do you call it? Gaming type deal, but I thought, we've had requests for doing that on the show, but we tend to have guests, and then we get into other conversations. We don't really have time to talk about. We talk about the editing, but don't get to show it. So I thought it'd be a good time for me to do that. All right. Thanks, Ms. Big Joe. Keep up with the good work. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. Really appreciate you guys.
Bye.
Remember, bad gamers unite. If I can do it, you can do it. Keep on snapping. Peace.